And then after we finish as well, then I can actually give you Wait, are we live right now?
We are now.
Wait, have you swapped it?
Oh, I didn't need to.
Sorry, what? Wait. So wait, the countdown's over.
The countdown was over, yes.
Oh.
Sorry.
Thank you, Damo.
Sorry.
Okay.
So no jalapenos, Damo. Okay, so scratch all that. Just do that quickly. Thank you, Soul Bliss, for giving us that. So tonight, episode 147. 147. We've got Hannah on, also known as Hanarchy, who's a DJ in Perth and plays at all sorts of really cool events. And I have to say as well that I discovered you through going to the Soon party at Geisha.
Oh, actually, you were there.
Yeah, I was there and I was like, damn, this is some good music.
Yeah.
So then I was like, Josh, who are the DJs? And I was trying to get a list. And I was like, nah, it's not that one. Hannah? Okay, no, I think that's her. And then we went from there. So
That's so cool. I also just want to take the time to acknowledge the traditional custodians of
Yeah.
the land in which this podcast takes place. And I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present, and future as well. Hi, Hanarchy. But yeah, no, that
thank you for doing that though as
No,
well.
of
That's
course.
it's good. Yeah.
It's important. I think that I was actually quite nervous about that one because I think it's the first time I played for that type of crowd.
Really?
Yeah, so the crowd I usually play for are the ones who go to Hyde Park Hi-Fi, Antidote, Haven.
So what type of music do you usually play? And like, how did you get into DJing? And like, what was the whole progression into, getting up there and spinning the decks?
Oh. So to answer your first question, the kind of music I play, I don't know, it's kind of, I don't like stick to a specific genre because I like to have a bit of, I guess, variation.
It's a good way to do it though.
1 hour DJ sets, because I feel like if I stick to one, it kind of feels like a little bit flat
Yeah.
sometimes. Usually I think the perfect the medium is probably like two, like combine two really, really nice genres together. But I just say hard dance,
Hard dance, yeah.
I feel like every set that I play, it's just getting faster and faster and faster.
Oh, really?
Harder and harder and harder. Yeah, I started in my friend's living room because they asked me if I wanted to be a DJ or if I thought about being a DJ because they were saying how there are not enough queer female DJs in the industry and there needs to be more representation.
I definitely agree with that, yeah.
So I guess they offered to teach me how to do it and I just said, yeah, sure, why not? And
So-
it was...
Well, so you go.
Oh, it was just on their like all-in-one like decks and I
Was
just
it-
learned how to like fade a track.
Yeah,
out
that's how it always
and-
starts.
and beat match, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, a year later, I'm getting booked fairly often, which is nice. But yeah,
So what were the decks? They were just like a Pioneer all-in-one or
yeah, Pioneer all-in-one. I'm pretty sure they have the
like RX or
yeah.
Yeah?
I think it was the RX2s.
Yeah.
RX2s they had, and that's the one that I.
They're a good like learning like they're a good way to like dive into it in a way because like they've got everything in it, but it's not like a as what you might have seen with CDJs, where it's like $12,000, $13,000 for a full set. It's like it's expensive as a car, so it was kind of like that.
Yes.
Yeah, those things are good. Like,
Yeah.
and the Your Shot competition, that's what they use as well to teach their students on. as
Oh,
well.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, which competition?
Are the
sorry?
Your Shot competition?
Oh, Your Shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that advertised to me.
Yeah.
I feel like the more I'm like going into the industry, the more ads I'm getting for like
Yeah, that's how it is.
DJing and
Facebook and Instagram are
courses,
like,
yeah.
yep, start just flooding the entertainment stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those are the decks that I have. But I think the industry standard are CDJs.
Yeah, they are, yeah. The
And-
industry standard for
Yeah,
quotes.
yeah, industry standard. It's the one that they have at all the venues, I suppose.
Yeah.
And my first DJ set actually, so my friends who taught me how to DJ run an event called House of Bach.
House of Bach.
House of Bach.
Is that on Facebook or Instagram, right?
Instagram. They're on
Okay.
Instagram. My friends Elijah and Neil.
I've never heard of that. Like, do they
It's
throw
like a
parties
queer,
often?
It's like a queer event, and then
Okay.
each one has like a theme.
Yep.
And this one that they asked me to play for was like water themed, so it was called Aquabach.
Aquabot.
Yeah,
Okay,
so on
that's
the
cool.
stage they had like a boat, so they made this like cardboard like boat in front of the deck. So when you're DJing, it kind of looks like you're on this boat. Anyway,
Was it at a house or was
no,
it?
it was
Like...
at the Bird.
I was at the Bird. That's
Bird.
really cool.
So everyone dresses up. It's really fun, really cute.
The Bird is an amazing venue. Like, the Bird
yeah.
is so much fun. It's,
The Bird.
like, it's just got such a
Yeah.
cultural following. It's just so many people just like go there because they know they can have a good time and
Yeah.
there's no issues, there's no problems.
Yeah.
They're just there to have fun.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I did that set without practicing on CDJs before.
Oh, really?
So I just jumped on and they're like, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is it? And also first DJ set, I didn't bring headphones.
Oh, really?
So I played my first
Just without
set
headphones?
without practicing on CDJs for the first 15 minutes without headphones.
Wow, okay. How did you find that? Like, were there quite a few people there? Like, did you get like butterflies in your stomach or anything?
Oh, there are
Or-
100% butterflies in my
Yeah,
throat. I couldn't
yeah.
speak like pretty much the entire day before the set. I was so nervous. But yeah, no, that was really fun. Everyone, I made like so many mistakes, but I think it was like a safe space.
But
to
that's
do
the
that.
thing about it
Yeah.
as well. Like, you know, talking to other DJs like in the past and everything, it's like you might notice some mistakes, but other people don't really. Like, you know, it's only it's like if the music stops,
Yeah.
that's when it's people like, oh, the music stopped. But it's like, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes transitioning the whole lot. Most of the time, it's like people don't even realize. Like the average punter.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things. Like,
Honestly, like, I don't know. I was like a little bit nervous going into it because it's you kind of put yourself like in like the spotlight almost.
Yeah.
And doing that, you kind of open yourself up to criticism as well.
yeah. And it can be quite full on and daunting sometimes.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I've, you know, gone out and played an event or like say gone to Scarborough Beach Bar and DJ'd there for 6 hours, right? But then it's like it gets busy, but then it dies off really early and I'm like, was it me? Like was it the music I was playing? Like did I not do the right thing? But that's the thing with DJing where it is like you go out there, you have fun, and sometimes you can't help it if people just go elsewhere. It's not exactly just your music or you as a person or anything like that. It's just there might be an event on, or they might be going to a festival or doing something or something else could be happening. So don't ever feel like, you know, like I'm not doing the right
yeah,
thing.
no, I think I've definitely grown past that because most of the events I go to, everyone's like, God, I love the community.
Yeah.
That this community I'm part of. They're just so like supportive and encouraging, and yeah, it's just a really safe space to like, I guess, share music with, and be really silly.
Just have fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's to the core. If you come to one of my sets, it's just gonna be really silly, stupid, goofy fun.
But honestly, that's the way to do it as well. That's 100% the way to do it. Because it's like what people sometimes forget, you know, that don't DJ or anything. It's like when you go up on stage, it's, you know, you kind of got to be an entertainer. You kind of got to like jump around and have fun and be a bit goofy in the whole lot. Because if you're just standing there and just focusing on it and just pressing buttons, then people are like, oh, well, I wanted to party. But if you're like having a good time and, you know, you're socializing whilst like playing and doing this, doing that.
Oh,
then-
I can disagree somewhat to
Okay.
that, because some DJ sets I've seen are quite technical as well.
Yeah.
So the way they put two tracks together, the transitions that they do are very, very technical, and sometimes you do need that hard focus.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, it's just about, I don't know.
But that's where practice makes perfect in a way.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
see, like for me, right, where it's like when I go out and play at a pub or a bar or something, that's where it's like I kind of know the formula of how to try and get a dance floor going. But then with that, since I've practiced that so much and I've been DJing for 10 years, then I can do fun little things and dance and socialize as long as it's still smooth. Because
Okay.
that's it. Like it is the technical. It's being able to do it professionally and like be able to do it professionally, but still have fun with it in a way. You know, like I've told this story a few times and this and that, but one thing I like to do to try and get a dance floor going is like I'll put a long song on, I'll run to the bar, go get 2 shots of tequila, run back to the DJ booth, and then I'll actually mix in the tequila song. So then everyone's just like what the hell's the DJ? Where's he going?
Sure.
Okay, he's got shots. Okay, and then put the tequila song on. Then have shots of tequila to the tequila song.
Oh my gosh, it's a performance.
Exactly.
It's a performance.
But then being able to build the dance floor and be able to, because, like I said, it's like, if you're in that kind of setting, I reckon, like I do 100% agree with you, where if you're in that setting where it is like kind of like a boiler room set and everyone's really like focused on what you're doing, that's when like the technical fun side of it kind of comes into it, because you're making amazing transitions, crossovers, playing with effects, doing this and doing that. But then it's like the other side of it as well, when you're in a bar or a pub or like a licensed venue as well. Like, so when you say like goofy and like having fun and stuff, like how do you portray yourself? Like what do you do? Like,
I don't know. I
just have fun.
I just have fun. It kind of I think the vibe that I bring is kind of like, I don't know. You know how, I don't know, I used to have like listening parties with my friends back in the day.
Listening part?
Yeah, just listening parties. You just sit and listen.
Okay.
Listen to music together.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
People are like, oh, this is what I listened to this week, or this is what I listened to this week. Can I cue another song on?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, this is what I listened to in the past month, and I'm just showing you guys what I listened to.
Ultimate guide to throw a listening party. There you go.
Did you write the article on this?
No, I did
you
not.
write the article to this?
I cannot take credit for that.
But still, that sounds very cool.
But also to make people dance. There's a lot of like goofy remixes of Y2K pop songs.
Yeah.
That are just thrown there a little bit. Love seeing people interact with it. For the Hyde Park Hi-Fi New Year's Eve event, I went back to back with my friend Ben, and I checked on this Gabba remix of the Macarena.
Okay. A Gabba remix. So like,
and I went hard.
well, like 160 BPM plus, like
it was like 170.
170. So it's almost up there with drum and bass, but it's just thump, 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 thump. Right?
Yeah, people were doing the Macarena. It was really cute.
Wow.
My parents were there as well.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
What was, so the Hyde Park Hi-Fi New Year's Eve event, where was that?
The
like,
Bird.
Oh, was that the Bird?
The Bird, yeah.
Wow, okay. Like heaps and heaps of people showed up and like.
It was quite full, yeah. There's quite a lot of people there. Yeah, I you just have to come, Alex. You just have to come to my events.
Yeah, no.
I'm not.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like also I don't drink when I play as well. So I always drive when I'm playing because I'm so anxious. I have one drink before I start, but the entire time I'm just like, I'm just sober because I feel like if I have too many, the anxiety, and also if I drink too much, it's just not like a good combination. I probably wouldn't, you know.
So that's it. Like some people that I've known in the past, like a good friend of mine, he has to have at least 5 or 6 beers before he can go
Jesus,
and DJ.
okay.
I'm not even kidding. Like he would actually, like he used to play at Capitol nightclub
Sure.
on occasion,
Sure.
but he would get butterflies and anxious and the whole lot. So he'd have to drink to be able to just go up and just party and have a good time and be able to mix in front of the 700 people there.
It doesn't stop, does it?
No.
Like for you, does it like? Do you still get like nervous or anxious?
Yeah,
before?
100%. Yeah, I've done. So I actually, I did a rodeo.
A rodeo.
Last year or the year before.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Cool.
like just like to be able to go. Okay, I've been booked for this thing. All right, I've never done this before, but okay. So then actually like going up there and driving, it's like 2.5 hours inland east, and it's like going there like, I don't know who these people are. I don't know what's gonna be like. I hope I'm gonna play the right music. It's like all the thoughts just wrapping up through my head. But then when you get there and you just do your thing in a way, and it's like I just play Guns N' Roses and Akadaka and Aerosmith and stuff like that, and it just seemed to work. So no.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so no matter what, I find that every event or venue or anything I'm doing that's the first time, it's always a bit like, this is going to be different. I've never been here before, but I know I'll be fine. Because like I've been doing it for 10, 11 years now.
Damn.
Yeah, I've been for 7
Ages.
years professionally full time. So that's like I've been doing 12 hours plus a weekend usually. But then doing that, it's always, as I said, different venues, different things. sometimes, like, as I said, like, I might go to Scarborough Beach Bar or Peach Pit or just other venues, and then I'll be like, okay, I have to build this dance floor up. Hopefully I can try and make it work and the whole lot. But as I said, like, it can be so dynamic. Everything's dynamic. But that's where, like what I was saying, where it's like, for me, it's a performance, because when I go up there, I just want to have fun and make sure everyone else has fun. So I'll try and interact or do this or do that, or just try and bring another element to it in a way.
I think as long as you're enjoying the music that you're playing, the people watching you will see how much fun you're having, and they'll have fun as well.
Well, see, that's the interesting thing, though. Is like, a friend of mine asked me a while ago, it's like, what's it like being a full-time DJ? And I'm like, imagine playing Gimme, Gimme, Gimme a Man After Midnight every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for 6 years. Like,
is that it though? I don't think that's it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's it. I think
because, like, I say that to them, like, oh, but I just say to them, the thing is, getting people to dance, smile, have fun, create long-lasting memories, that's where the love for it comes into it.
So for you, it's more of you're playing to the audience.
Yeah.
So do you ever do gigs where I would see an Alex set? Like, what does Alex listen to?
When we were talking about the Quigley parties just before, or
Sure.
the Quigley House, so Major always books me for his Halloween party. And so whenever he books me for his Halloween birthday party, I always get to play a heavy industrial techno set.
Fuck yeah.
Based around like Germany and France, basically. Like, I'll always dig in and just try and find music from just like those two countries, basically. And they love it, but that's the only time I get to really do that, because most of the time I'm just commercial. I just play pubs, bars. I used to play nightclubs the whole lot, but that was because that's where the money was. And also, I love my old school rock and roll. I love my 90s hip hop. I don't so much like anything after like 2015 per se.
Okay.
But that's where there is gold amongst the dirt.
Okay.
But then it just depends. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, more about you though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking a lot about me. So like, when you go off and like, so you started off in the kitchen, right?
No. So I was going over to Neil, Elijah, and Jason's house, and they just let me go on aux.
Yeah.
And I think one day Jason was like, "Oh,
Just jump
you have
on.
an interesting selection of music. Have you ever thought about it?
Yeah.
We'd be happy to teach you."
Because when you said as well, like, how you put it as like a hard dance.
How did I get from?
Yeah, like, how do you get from that to that? But also, like, so what genre is it? Is it techno and like gabba, as you said? Like I've
You seem scared. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I've never been to an event where there's gabba playing.
Yeah.
Like, oh dear, okay, this is cool. Like,
Yeah. So, I mean, look, like, I think I definitely have roots in kind of like metal, hard rock, thrash.
Nice. Very
like,
nice.
I used to listen to all that back in high school, a long time ago.
Yeah.
But
were you like one of those goth emo girls? Or?
I tried, but I don't think I achieved it very well.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I think I am a little bit more. My progression was kind of led me to the more like dark, heavier, faster stuff. But also recently I went to Berlin.
Oh, really?
I went to Berlin, and I really don't like saying this, but it's a little bit of a flex, but we got into Berghain.
Oh, okay. That is a flex. Yeah.
Just like,
But that is still very cool though.
just like
It would have been
I
out of
think
this
about
world.
it. I think about it, and I'm just like, I just want to be back there.
Mm.
We were there for like 10 hours.
Wow.
I was
Okay.
dancing for like 7 of those hours, 15 minutes, 3 15-minute breaks. The entire time I was there, it was just like, raw, relentless, like techno, really dark and heavy. And I felt really inspired by that.
Is it just techno there, or do they sometimes play house or other genres, or is it just?
I don't think they would play house.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
thinking.
think house is too happy for them.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
I
Yeah.
think happy is too soft. They're very, it's just like driving like techno industrial, like
That's pretty cool
really
though.
dark.
But after like a certain period of time, didn't you kind of go like, it's just like, in a way, it's hard to explain, but like I went and watched Gesaffelstein over in Melbourne, right? And yeah,
I love them.
yeah, that's it. And it was
I
absolutely
love them.
out of this world to go watch him, right? But I got there when the club opened, and then I left when the club ended. And after about 3 hours of in there, I was like, "Come on, Gesaffelstein!" Like, because I was there by myself. But I kind of felt that it's just like with techno, it was the consistent. It didn't really change between 122 and 132 in a way. Like, it doesn't jump around so much with the BPM, so it's
Sure.
always the same beat.
Sure.
But then, like, being at Bergheim, I mean, did you say 12 hours? 15
Yeah.
hours?
No, I said like we were in line for 3 hours, and I think we
Okay.
were there for around like 7 or 8 hours inside.
Yep. But then it's like 7 to 8 hours is just the
I
consistent
guess
beat.
if you love the music so much, if you love like a particular kind of music,
It
all
doesn't.
the tracks have the same elements in it. If you think about it,
Yeah.
So if you love that, so like a lot, like the bass and the
Yeah, the kick.
just like the kick and the just like this driving like groove. It doesn't matter how long it's playing for because you love it, so you're
Yeah.
gonna stick around for it.
Was it really loud in there? Like, to the point where, like, when you walked out, your ears were ringing?
Best
Or...
sound system in the world, babe.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also think like the community in like
Mm.
Berlin is quite beautiful as well because everyone's there for like the right reason.
Yeah.
Like,
just to party and have
it's-
fun.
It's literally, I feel like sometimes when I go to, say, like a club
Mm-hmm.
here, or sometimes music events, there are people dancing, but there's also people like just standing around and like not moving to the music, or they go to the front of the decks and then not dance anyway.
Yeah.
But
No, I do agree with that. Yeah.
everyone, didn't matter where we went, everyone was just like moving to music.
Mm.
And that's the reason why they're there, and that's the
Yeah, it's the energy.
that's
It's
the energy, and I love it because no one cares how they move or how they're perceived by other people. Like, they're just there to have fun, and they're just kind of like in their own bubble,
That's the way to do it, though. That's what is just astounds me sometimes with Australia, with like the clubs and the pubs and the way we've got things. Not so much like pubs and bars, but clubs. Because like, I was actually talking to my 18-year-old cousin the other day, right? So she's just turned 18 and she's kind of like gone off to a few nightclubs now. But she was telling me that, all my friends just think that we just go clubbing, they just want to pick up boys. And I'm thinking like, yeah, 5 years ago, before it was Magnet House, it was more about the music, and you get all these people from internationals and like all these people traveling the whole lot, and it was more about just rocking out, having a great time. But it's wild to think that like some 18-year-olds have that perception where it's just like they want to go out and have a good night, but it's also just go pick up a boy or a guy to pick up a girl, and it's like that's not what music is about.
I don't like.
It's
fine,
controversial.
It's fine.
Like,
It's fine to go and pick up someone.
I know it's so controversial, right?
Like if you go out for that, like that's totally fine. I don't have anything against it. But personally, I don't like those spaces.
Yeah.
It's
no, I'm the same.
It's not my intention.
It's not an inviting
No.
area.
No.
It is. It kind of like, I kind of think it just invites the wrong crowd in a way. But that's what I love about like say things like beach raves or even the Bird or just like just places where it is just like-minded people just having a good time. They just like party and party and party, and there is no implications of like seediness or being a drunken idiot or watch what I can do or this or that. It's just like, let's just go and have a good night.
Yes, and if you're watching this, there are places
Yeah.
where there aren't seedy men who go and pick up. So
Yeah, that's exactly
Hyde
it.
Park Hi-Fi,
Yeah.
Antidote, Blythe Magazine.
So what is Antidote then? Let's dive into that.
Antidote is run by Kevin Joe. They're a record label. They run events. They also did I think they had their own slot on radio recently.
Yeah, okay. Well,
over in
RTR or in Melbourne? That's
I think it's called Oh, I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. I think it's like AW3000 or something like that.
That's pretty cool though.
But they run really they've been around for a while as well, I think a few years.
Yeah.
But they try and promote I guess POC queer DJs.
POC?
People of color.
Oh, okay.
People of color.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
That's really good though, because as I said, there needs to be more of this kind of stuff.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, Area 3000. Yeah, that's the one. They recently did like a slot on there, or they have a slot on there. But they have an event this Saturday, for Chiad X's single launch,
Yeah, okay.
and that's at Bird Bath.
Bird bath.
Yeah, so you know where the Rechabite is,
Yeah.
and you know where the State Library is.
It's,
Bird Bath is.
No,
Bird Bath is like a outdoor. It's very new. I think it's part of the Rechabite.
okay.
But it's like outdoor. It's an outdoor venue.
So you got, wait, see if we can pull it up. So it's between oh, he's onto it. Okay, that's kind of cool. So it's an outdoor backyard beer garden. That's very cool.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard about that
Yeah,
yet. And
so
so,
This Saturday.
is it a ticketed event, like
Ticketed event.
during the day or at night?
Starts at 5. So it
Okay.
is 5 to 12. 5 to 12.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
And so,
Incredible lineup as well. Yep.
see, this is something that I'm still like, like we've done 147 episodes, right? And I try and get a new guest every single time. But then it's like I say things like this, and I've never heard of those DJs before. And I try.
Are you interested?
Yeah,
You should come.
Well, that's it.
You
Yeah.
should come.
Yeah.
Because I feel like back to what you were saying, like people, I think back in the day when I was younger, there was definitely nothing happening.
Yeah.
But now that I'm in kind of like in this community now, and I meet people and they're like, there's nowhere to go in Perth where like I'm not gonna be like, picked up, or a CD guy is gonna like approach me and
Yeah, something
blah,
will
blah, blah.
happen. Yeah.
But there's so much going on in this scene, in the music scene, that people don't know about, and these guys work so hard as well.
It looks like they're cool as all hell websites.
So hard. And if you just want to have fun, dance, if you're there for the music, it's just a very non-judgmental like space to be in. You can literally just sit down, listen to music, have a drink, have a chat to your friend.
Yeah, and just have a
and
good
have
time.
the best time. Yeah.
But that's great though, because we need more things like that. And it's so cool to actually see that these things are coming out and flourishing, because like people stop going out because of these silly things at nightclubs, and they don't feel like there's anywhere else to go and just hang out. Or they have like the niche things like, suited event or whatever it is, where it's
What
like
is suited event?
a suited event. It happens, I think, twice a year, but it is like, guys dress up in suits and girls dress up in like ball gowns, I guess you could say, and it's to try and like be like, look at us, we're Richie Rich. But it plays into that narrative of just yeah, that's what I mean. It plays into that narrative of, I drive a Mercedes, I'm cool. But it's what's the saying where it's
each
like,
to their own.
that's it. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
I don't want to judge, each to their own, but
It has their demographic, and
it is definitely a
yeah, like it's completely. But then, like, once again, the DJ, they have a full lineup of DJs, and they do this and they do that, and it's to like really try and, I guess, the Richie Rich demographic of silliness, in my opinion. But
yeah.
But so then, like with Hyde Park Hi-Fi, so like, well, what other gigs have you played? So you've done Hyde Park Hi-Fi, and then you've done a gig at Antidote as well, or?
Yes, I did one at Antidote last year for their I think it was like around October sometime.
And so, like, what type of music did you prepare for it, and like, how did it all?
I was very angry for that one.
Why?
Very dark.
Angry. Okay.
It was very dark. Yeah. I was going through a lot at the time, and it was a very emotional period of last year, I guess. And I just wanted to like put all that raw energy into it.
That's very cool.
And yeah, it went pretty like, when I finished and I ended off with it, I was kind of like, that might have been too much.
But people were dancing though, right?
Much. Yeah, it started raining.
Oh, okay.
It started raining during my set. That was really cute.
Mm.
But then people came up to me and they said they enjoyed it, and I was like, "Wow, thanks."
Yeah, but it's so good though, right? Because you can express yourself through music.
I think that's what it's about, Alex.
Yeah.
I think that's like, that's the beauty of it. That I'm able to express myself and how I feel in that time. Like I completely pivoted on like what I wanted to bring for that set. Like I had one prepared, and I was like, I'm not really like vibing to
feeling
this
it
at all. So literally the last few days I just like put all this kind of like sad and like heavy music into the mix, and I was just like, yeah, this is it, I'm gonna play this for everyone.
Do you ever record any of your sets or anything like that? Because I would love to listen to this kind of stuff.
I've been meaning to record that set for Antidote because I think that was really fun. But
it's just hard though, right? Because like with the CDJs, the way they're set up, they don't have a built-in recorder.
Yeah.
So then you can't actually just record your set to a thumb drive and away you go. It's
If you need someone to hook it up for you, Blythe Magazine. So my friend Ben and Tin, they do so they run an event, but it's also a magazine where they it's like a curation of like artists and DJs, musicians.
sounds very cool. I'd love to get them on here.
And pretty much how they run and what they do is they record the set for the event.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
So
though,
they
yeah.
did a couple, I think 2 or 3 now, live events at the Rechabite and Goodwill basement, and they recorded everything. They even recorded the some of the me and Ben set from the New Year's event.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's what they do.
Have you ever done like a back-to-back or anything like that at all?
Yes.
How did you find it? Because like for me, I use Tractor, right?
Sorry?
I use a Tractor.
Tractor.
So
Okay.
Tractor S4. Have you ever heard of that at all? If you could pull it up.
Yeah.
It's in it's a controversial topic, but there is so many things you can do on Tractor that you can't do on Pioneer, in my opinion.
Okay.
It's been around for a while, but
Okay.
I've just used this since day dot. They had a Mark 1, a Mark 2, Mark 3. But using
okay.
this, it's connected to my laptop. And
Sure.
so with my laptop, then I can easily find things, buy music on the fly, the whole lot. But I record all my DJ sets as well. And so I do that and upload it to my Mixcloud. And I've got like 850 mixes uploaded at the moment. Yeah. And that's
Oh, well, that makes sense. You've been doing this for like 10 years. So.
exactly. And but I use that as my resume. That's the thing about it.
Oh.
So then if people want, like say when I did the last dark electro French techno kind of event, I recorded that, and that's, you know, it's up there and in like a little playlist. So that way if someone says, can you do this, do that. But then it's silly, right? Because then Pioneer, it's like you could do a wicked set, but then you can't record it. But then what was the name of the magazine called again?
Blythe, Blythe.
That's amazing that they're doing
Magazine.
that though. That's really cool that they're doing that, because then you can
Because they
actually.
plug in like this box,
Yeah.
and then it records everything off of the decks, but also it's filmed as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry about that as well. I kind of I got a little bit sidetracked.
No, that's
But then
okay.
so like with me, so I use that, right?
yes.
And then to try and do back to back, I mean, I have no problem just like beat matching by ear and then being able to go a line into the DJM mixer, like into the middle. But then it's like to try and go back and forwards, it's not the same as doing back to back in a way, as having one thumb drive almost. It's hard to explain, but like when I've done that with other people, then it just kind of turns into a bit of a mess.
Does it?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I have no problem being able to do it. But they're sitting there going like this and trying to look at my laptop, then going back, looking back at my laptop.
So I'm just trying to understand. So you have 2 setups. So you have your Tractor,
Yeah.
But then you also have the CDJs that they
Yep.
use at the club.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
So what I do whenever I go to a normal gig is I will take the CDJs down, just leave the DJM, and I'll just go a line into the DJM, into the mixing desk. So that way I can play with all the effects on the mixing desk, but I just use Tractor because it's like an instrument. I'm just really
Right.
comfortable on that.
Okay.
But then I can use Pioneer, but I cannot mix anywhere near as good as what I can on Tractor. So,
Okay.
but what I do is that if I'm doing it, say a little bit back to back or someone else is there, then we'll leave the CDJs up and then I'll just go line in into one of the channels. They'll be mixing and then I'll just mix in through my Tractor.
And you say it doesn't work out because
Oh, it's always because it's like I always find the other DJ can't like it's instead of looking at the screens of the CDJ, then they have to look at my laptop and then meet me at the right BPM and then they're trying to make it work.
do you practice before you do it back to back? Like how does it
I
work?
don't practice at all.
You don't practice DJing.
At all. No. I literally go there, open my laptop and go. Been doing it for so long, I don't need to.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like so your question was have I done back to backs and how do I find it? And what do I think?
Yeah.
So with back to backs, I feel like it's like a conversation, right? It's kind of, and I think it's fun. It's a conversation, but also you don't know what's going to happen next, and I think that's what makes it exciting. And I think either you have to have similar tastes in music, or like I was saying before, you have to have maybe a different taste in music, but they go well together.
That's it. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it does. Yeah.
So, in that sense, it gives it variety, and it makes it fun,
Exactly.
and it keeps you on your toes. So all my back-to-back experiences have been really fun, really fun.
Have they just been 1 for 1 or 2 for 2 or?
We should go like one each.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
one
that's pretty
each.
cool. Yeah.
So it just changes up, but then like someone will take it like a different way, and then it kind of keeps going that way, or someone brings it back, and yeah, it's really cool.
So with that, do you look through their music prior, or like do they send you? Because you would plan a little bit ahead
We
of
would
time,
we
right?
would just do a once through
Yep.
before the day that we're doing it.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, do you want to catch up, and we'll just mess around. Like there's no real like structure. I feel like we know what we're starting with and where we're ending.
Yeah.
But in the
That's the
middle,
way
it
to do it,
kind
though.
of just goes wherever it wants, and
That's the freestyling aspect of it. It
Yeah.
makes it so much fun for being able just to freestyle and play whatever, and as you said, just see where the track takes you.
yeah.
Good.
But yeah, I'll be doing a back to back with my friend Guillaume in about what day is it today? Monday.
Do they have a
Yes.
Instagram or
So
anything we can promote?
So their Instagram is, I think it's 3RAS3R. So it's like eraser, but the E's are 3.
Okay. But then, so how do you find your music as well?
How do I find my music?
Yeah, like, because you said, like, you was progressed from heavy metal and rock and roll back in high school. But then when did you dive into more electronic side of things? And then how has it progressed over the years?
So,
It's a loaded question. Like, it's a big
there's
question,
lot,
right?
'cause
Yeah.
It's been a very long time. I think back in high school, it was, so I was like into like really dark, heavy, like metal rock, that kind of thing. And then I discovered this beautiful band called Animal Collective.
Oh,
if you know
yeah,
who
yeah.
Animal Collective is.
Yep.
It was
I've actually got some of their tunes, I'm pretty sure. So
Merriweather Post Pavilion is one of my favorite albums of all
Merriweather-
time.
okay.
Merriweather Post Pavilion. My girl's favorite song.
Oh, yeah. I think I've got that one. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Quintessential.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, with that album
So
cover.
yeah. And I think that was the first time for me where I was like, this music is so weird, and I've never heard anything like this in my life. But I love it. And I think that was like the the catalyst for me. It was kind of like I didn't know music like this existed, and I want to just discover more. And then it was like my SoundCloud phase back in like
That's how it always is, right?
like 2000 and when did I go on SoundCloud? It was probably like 2012, 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
First
not
artist
bad.
I listened to was Arca when she was on there.
Okay. I've never heard of Arca before.
Look her up. She's amazing. She's amazing.
How do you spell it? Damo's
Arca. A-R-C-A.
There you go.
Beautiful. Love her. Yes. I would love to see her live. But I was like, it was because back in the day, I don't know what your experiences was, but music was kind of like there's this gatekeeping culture when it came to music, right? It was kind of like, oh, I found this artist and it's kind of like my artist now, or like my album. So like back in the day with SoundCloud, it was like a little game I play with myself, going like, how many like artists or tracks can I find who I love that has like less than 100 plays?
Yeah, that no one's ever heard of.
That no one's ever heard of.
That's really good though. That's awesome. Because you're supporting the artists that are trying to make it big.
Yeah.
And then, they might make it big eventually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, like Arca, like I thought she was just like some SoundCloud musician. And then like years later, she's doing like huge shows. She walked for Mugler, the fashion show, and she's just doing amazing. She recently released like I think it was like a 3 or 4 albums all in one.
Just there you go. That's amazing.
No, she's incredible. But yeah, I think how I look for tracks, because I'm always digging, right? So every time you see me with my headphones in, I'm listening to something new.
Okay.
Right? I don't know how healthy that is.
No, that's a good way to do it. Like,
I don't know how healthy that is.
Do you make playlists and put the cool stuff into those playlists and like categorize? And
Yeah.
sort?
So how it all started was back in uni, I would just find music that fit a particular vibe, like music you would listen to when driving home from uni at like 1 a.m. in the morning, like shit like that. And I just have like all these little playlists, and I just keep them to myself because I was like, I don't really want to share this with anyone, or I feel kind of weird doing that.
That's
but yeah,
fair though. Like,
I'm always digging for music, and any track that makes me feel like, I don't know, that tickles my brain or gives me chills. Yeah.
There was a study thing. See if you can look it up, Damo, where it's like if you get goosebumps from music, then it's like I don't know what it actually is, but it's like something special where it's actually like, because I get it as well, where if I hear a song, it just resonates with me. Yeah, there we go. A feeling of frisson.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that Josh's DJ name? Frisson?
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 What, Josh
Clark. I'm pretty sure that's his DJ name. That's what he used for Geisha.
He's never told me that.
I think that's
pretty cool
the
though.
stage name he used for Geisha, which he only got to play around the world.
Yeah. I got told.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, Frisson. There you go. Yeah. Shout
Thank
out
you,
to
Jaimie,
Josh.
for that. Fact checking me. Yeah, no, I, because he was telling me about this like the other day at work, and he was just like, that's a thing, because I was telling him how I found this track, and I like got out of my chair and I was just like, oh my god, this is like the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
What song was it?
Oh, it's just a stupid silly remix. It's not. It's not. But no, like I think so. Last night I was at my friend Rowan and Bo's house, and my friend Rowan just released an EP, and we had like a small quote unquote listening party at their house, and yeah, I was listening to it. It's called Seafoam, the EP, if you want to look it up. But,
yeah, that sounds cool. I'd love to interview them as well about creating the EP as well. So if they're watching, hit us up.
Yeah. And it's called Seafoam, and I was listening to it, and man, my friends are so talented. Like they were we were sitting there around like the dinner table, and I was just speechless the whole time, and I was just getting like chills it just felt like a nice, like warm hug. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Uh,
Because a lot of people, like some people, just don't feel that about music.
I really feel sorry for them.
I know,
They're missing out.
I used to work with a guy at the Flying Scotsman who said he just didn't like music. He would just put the radio on as background music, and he didn't care for music. And I'm just like,
I don't trust
what?
people like that.
Like, I just couldn't believe it
Yeah.
that he was saying that. I just kept questioning him, like, but surely you like some artists. Nah, never liked music, never got into it. What? It's just like I was just confused. I was just so confused talking to this guy.
I've met a couple people like that, where they're just like, yeah, I just don't
Yeah.
like music. And I'm like, who are you?
Yeah,
Where have
that's
you
it.
been?
They're just putting over on listening to the same 15
Music
songs
has
on
been
repeat.
around since the beginning of time.
Exactly, yeah.
It's the most primal form of art,
Yeah.
I feel.
100%, yeah.
You know?
And like a sense of community as well.
Yeah. So I don't
Yeah.
I mean,
They just-
again, each their own, but
Yeah.
also I will never understand that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's one of life's mysteries,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, it used to be quite, well, for me, quite, what's the word? Like foreign, because I have a background in more like visual arts.
Okay.
So I used to paint and draw. And when I would listen to music, but I still love music, I'd just be like, I don't know how this is done, how it's made. This is just so like out of reach for me as to how.
Do you still do you still paint or have any involvement in visual arts at all?
I feel like I can still do it. I just can't sit down.
DJing just
haven't-
taken over.
I haven't sat down and painted something in a while, but DJing is something that has come so naturally and so organic to me.
Yeah.
And I feel really lucky to have it. It's been like a really good really good creative outlet. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's amazing, man. So then with all that, like, so what are your plans for DJing and music, and like how far do you want to push it, and like or not even push it, but just like how do you see your journey in the next like 5 years or 3 years within the music industry? Like what would you like to achieve in a way?
Well, I think I've been setting myself like very small goals over the last year or two. So I think
Because you've just kind of taken your first steps into
so
getting
I'm a
gigs in
little
the
baby
hall.
DJ compared to you. Yeah, baby DJ. But I think we're so I think in the second year, so last year I wanted to do, was it the year before? What year are we in? Yeah, the year before I wanted to do 5 gigs in 2021, which I did.
Very nice.
Second year I wanted to do a rave, which I did.
Which
That
rave?
was the Soon rave. Josh asked me to do.
Which one was that?
The Mad Soon.
Oh, Mad Soon.
Is that
Okay.
the
Yeah, the Quarry.
the Quarry?
Yeah, yeah.
That was really that.
Yeah.
If you were there,
I
that
wish
was-
I was there for that.
Some
had to
people
work.
hated that, but I was
Really?
like, thank you.
What your set or the
Yeah,
the
my set.
Oh, what?
Oh, a lot of people loved it. I got
Yeah.
everyone dancing, but I was talking to someone and he was just like, yeah, it just got really heavy to the end. Like the first part was really good, but the last bit was kind of like too much. And I'm like, that's okay.
Yeah, but that's it. It's constructive
okay.
criticism in a
Yeah,
way.
but-
It's helping out. Well, it's just figuring out the formula a bit. Not.
It's
yeah.
not even a formula. I think I play, like someone was just like, I'll just play to the crowd. I'm like, I'm just gonna play whatever I want, and
That's the way to
they
do it
either like
sometimes,
it
yeah.
or not like it. Because if I'm playing something that I think someone else will like, I'm not gonna like it, and they'll see I'm not gonna like it, and it might not even be anything that they like.
Yeah.
So so I did the rave. That was cool.
What time slot was that?
It was something stupid, like
Well, like.
it's like
four-
2:30 or 2:30
Okay.
in the morning,
What, to 3:30?
something like that.
That's prime time. That's not bad.
No, or maybe it was earlier. I forget. I think it was like 1 or something. I don't know.
Oh,
But
that's
it was,
yeah.
but it was good. It was very cold. So before I started, I told Josh, I was just like, wow, it's really cold tonight. I'm just gonna play music and I'll make people dance so they can be warm.
What a good way to put it.
Um, and then I guess this year I really want to do like an interstate gig. So my sister is actually having her 30th in June, and I really want to pop over to Melbourne for a bit
Okay.
and see if I can do an interstate gig.
Have you
And
ever
that's my little goal. For
have
the
you ever
year.
heard of the Delight label at all?
No.
If you can pull them up. So it's a guy I know.
Yes.
His name's Anthony Zayler, and he basically runs an event called Delight,
Okay.
and it's delightful music. So being delightful music, it's anything and everything, but it could be like, you know, literally techno, house, literally any genre at all. But he throws it in different events around Melbourne, and he's always looking for new people. It's a really, really cool event
Okay.
for just cool people that just want to hang out and have a good time.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
there's no, no silliness at all. It's just an event for delightful music, and they've got a really good following, and it's if you can pull it up, but yeah, it's really, really cool. Like, definitely check it out. If you want, I can actually send you a link to their page and stuff,
Yeah.
and then
Would love. Yeah.
because
would
they've
love to do
been
that.
going for 5 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite funny because when we first started the podcast, then they started like 2 weeks later, I'm pretty sure. So it was like, who are these guys? Because they
Yeah.
live stream their events.
Yeah.
So then I was like, well, we're doing this podcast live and these live streamed events in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And then just followed each other ever since, and
Cute.
occasional message back and forward.
Cute.
Yeah, these guys. It's so cool. Literally anybody and everybody.
Right,
Like, have a
okay.
scroll down, Damo. Like, it's really, really cool dudes.
Yeah.
And they'll set up things like, Smash Bros or Mario Kart or anything. So whilst you're playing, people can just go and chill and hang out and have a good time. So,
Sick.
So-
Oh, sorry.
oh no. So, well, what were you gonna
Yeah.
say? Sorry.
I was just gonna like follow up on that. I guess I want to do an interstate gig, but also put out more mixes as well.
Yeah.
Because I've been meaning to do one for Hyde Park Hi-Fi. I've been meaning, and Antidote Records have actually approached me to do one, but I think that's the thing about mixes. I feel so pressured because that's going to be immortalized
Yeah.
on the internet.
That's the same with me, honestly.
And I feel like, so the moment I see that little like recording light blinking at me and
yeah.
like glaring at me, I freak out. And
Honestly,
even when I'm in like my own home,
you're not the only one. For me, I actually can't DJ to myself. I find that if I go and like set up on that stage over there and try and play music, I just can't do it.
yeah.
Because I want to listen to so much different stuff that I can't actually physically just go mix this with that, mix that with this, and the
Yeah.
whole lot. But then when I'm in front of people, then I've always been like, I was trained, and then also playing out in live venues, being able to go, what does she want to hear? What does he want to hear? What can I do? What can I play to get that couple dancing or kissing each other? What can I do this, or how can I do that? Just to actually just make it a fun, eventful night in a way. But then when I come in here, I'm just like, I can't do this. And I've the same thing. I've had events pressured me before, not pressured me, but they've asked me, can you do a drum and bass event? Oh, can you do a drum and bass mix? And I'm like, I can, but I don't know how though. No, what do you mean you don't know how? I was like, well, I can try, but just haven't been able to put it together. I've always had to be around friends or someone.
It's kind of like you're feeding off the energy, right?
That's it, yeah.
No, I get that. I think I was like really nervous before this set once, and I was just like, I don't know what. I think it was before the Haven set, like a couple of months ago, and I was just like, I don't know what to play. I like everything that I'm doing right now, practicing for this, I feel sounds awful. And then Ray, my partner, literally was just like, why don't you just like get on the decks and then just play what you like,
Yeah.
and it will come to you naturally. And then I did it and it worked. And then I played it again, like literally a couple of hours later at the Bird, and it went over really well. So I think it's like the creative process is one that is always like changing. You're just going to find something that works or doesn't work for you. I think it's different. I've never had to do what you do to catering to an audience before. Mostly my sets are just taking you on a journey, telling a story a little bit, you know? And most of it is like prepared.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll throw in like a track that wasn't prepared at all, and it just works. So I think in that sense there's a little bit of like, I don't know, surprise, but yeah.
That's the way to do it though, as well, because that's what a lot of people say. It is taking people on a journey, and so that's a similar thing as well with me, where like I try and take people on the journey if they stick around for the whole night, of being able to just create that event, create that atmosphere in a way.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing about DJing. It is being able to provide an atmospheric like energy, like we were talking about before, for people just to have a great night.
Yeah.
But then, so like, how many tracks do you have like own, and like how do you sort through and actually go like, you know, this will go on that and this playlist, you know, and the whole thing, like
It's a chaotic process. It's the creative process. It's gonna be chaotic.
but that's what's beautiful about it, right?
Okay, so just a little sidestep. So Hyde Park Hi-Fi did a block party, not the weekend that just passed, the weekend before, and they had in the last hour, they did like a back-to-back, so it was like open decks, like people could come up and put like a track on. But it was followed by this artist or this DJ called Umru. UMRU. If you'd like to look it up.
Yes, please.
But his DJing is so technical and so crazy and wild. Because I was gonna go up because I was like, I wanna play a couple of tracks, like, you know, at the end. But I was so scared.
When you say technical though, like what falls under the category of technical? Is it like jumping between BPMs or genres, or like
He's
effects,
just using everything on every single.
Yeah, using it like an instrument in a way.
Using it like an instrument.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I'm at that level. I think there's like you can mix really well. But honestly, I can't describe it to you. I was watching, because usually how I improve and how I, you know, if I want to try something new, I literally go out, watch my a DJ that I really admire, and I literally just watch them, and then I pick up whatever.
That's the way to do it, though.
Whatever I want to try.
Yeah.
But I was towards the end, because it was a really good set. I was dancing really hard, but towards the end, I was just like, I couldn't dance because I was so focused on like what he was doing, and I had no idea what was happening.
Yeah.
But it was really, really fun to watch.
I love that though. I just love it when people are just like standing next to the booth, just like watching, just like, oh, they just did that. Oh, okay. And it's like kind of like just taking notes in a way.
Back to my source. I digress.
No, that's okay.
I just love Umru. But I was so scared to go up, but everyone was just like, Hannah, you really should go up. Just play a couple of tracks, it'll be fun. I have like almost 1,000 tracks on my USB that I take everywhere with me. And then once I got up, because I was so like impressed by Umru, I was kind of also intimidated. I got up and all of a sudden I had nothing to play.
But see, isn't it just astounding with that? Like, even that happens for me in a way, right? Where the guy that taught me how to DJ, because he's been DJing for 27 years or something like that, for a long, long time. He was the DJ at Capital Nightclub for 13 and a half years, every single Saturday. So much music. He's just the music man, plays any genre and everything.
Yeah.
So because he taught me, and I treat him just like a, you know, as a peer, then if I have to cover him after a set, I'm just like, I don't know what to play. Like, the Claremont Hotel, he played from 2 o'clock till 7 o'clock. No, 2 o'clock till 8 o'clock. And I played 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock because he had to go home. And so with that, it's just like trying to mix in after him. Like, well, have you played this one? Have you played? Oh God, like what am I doing? Like, but he's just like, just do it casually. Like
Yeah.
I've seen you play before. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know, but
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
hard to explain though, right?
Yeah.
Because DJing and like the community, right? Obviously, there's two sides of it where it can be like, you know, sometimes it can be a bit toxic and the whole lot. But then there's a lot of events and parties and everything where it's all about just having a family in a way, and everyone just gets along and it's so good. But then with that, it's like, you know, are you friends with Umaru?
I wish I was friends with Umaru. I'm not friends with Umaru.
But
no.
like you've seen him out and about, or
I think he's actually from like the US. So
oh,
like,
okay, so he's sorry, I
Yeah,
thought he's
I
like a
think
local guy
no,
from
no,
Perth.
no.
Okay.
No.
But that's what I mean though. It's like
Yeah.
to try and take over after someone. He's probably like a really cool guy and like hangs out and has a good fun and the whole lot.
Yeah.
But then it's like to try and jump on after, like, oh shit.
Yeah, how do I follow that?
Yeah.
But I think everyone brings because I do have that yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's very trippy. But sorry, go on though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. So I do have that. Because like I said, I do get quite nervous all the time. I don't think that's anything that goes away. Even like I was talking to some DJs like at some events I went to recently, and they're like, that doesn't go. We've been doing it for like over 5 years, almost 10. Like that never goes away.
That's it.
And I think, but the thing I have to like tell myself, well, also I take that little, you know, that knot in my belly, and then I just turn it into excitement. But also I have to remind myself that I was put on a lineup for a reason.
That's it. Yeah.
Right. And it's like, yeah, and it's kind of like I don't want to like, because we're both on the same lineup, and we're both here, and it's not about like one upping or anything.
No, of course, yeah.
Like I can stand and like watch a set and be like, oh my God, that was like the best thing I've ever seen. That was so wonderful. But it's just about going up to that DJ afterwards going like, that was really amazing what you did up there. And you should be like really
That's it.
happy.
Supporting each other.
Yeah.
But that's where, like, when I was saying a bit about the toxicity sometimes, because people kind of feel like it's almost like one-upping each other. But it's not. Like, it shouldn't.
At least it shouldn't be.
Yeah, it shouldn't be
Yeah.
at all. It should just be like, oh, it's your turn. Well, let's just have fun and hopefully, not hopefully, but have
Yeah.
a good time kind
Yeah.
of thing, right?
And the thing to the thing to I guess focus on as well is that music at the end of the day is subjective. Like
That's it,
not
yeah.
everyone is gonna like what you're gonna play.
Yeah.
People are gonna love what you play, but you're
Yeah.
not gonna please everyone, and you have to keep that in mind every time.
See, like, perfect example of that, which is actually quite funny. So you're talking about Quigley, and do you know a guy called Major at all?
I know of Major, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we went to we had a birthday party, a DJ at the birthday party, played techno. Then after, we had the afters at his house at Quigley.
Sure.
And so with everyone there, I just kind of like, I jumped on, but I played literally anything and everything. I was playing Carl Cox, I was playing Tiesto, I was playing techno from Germany, I was playing Jimmy Ricard, like I was playing anything and everything.
Yeah.
Bob Sinclair, all sorts of stuff. But he got upset with me because he just wanted techno because he's a techno head. But there's like 20 people there. They're all dancing, having a great time in the little garage. But then he wasn't impressed, and he's the guy that hosts the party. I'm like, well, but people are having fun. Nah. Whenever you play, it has to be techno. I'm like, all right, Major. Like, so it was just a bit of fun in a way. But that's where it is, like, you know, being able just to have a good time, I guess, in a way. Sorry, like, I lost my train of thought a
No,
little
that's
bit.
okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting to me. Yeah,
Because, like, these events that you get booked for, they are majority techno and house and stuff? Or
no, we don't play any house.
no house, so it's just techno?
We don't play, at least not. So, there's a lot of hyperpop. Hyperpop.
Hyperpop?
Yeah, hyperpop. It's just pop music sped up.
Okay.
and it's
Can we
really
Google
hard.
this? Yeah, that
If you
sounds.
wanna do research on hyperpop, search up Sophie because
Sophie.
she was the pioneer of hyperpop. May she rest
Okay.
in peace. She's not
Oh.
with us anymore.
Oh, really? Oh.
Beautiful woman. Yeah. So we play a lot of hyperpop. You can find like UK bass, garage,
Yep.
grime sometimes,
Yep.
techno,
So
anything. So it's like
it is more on the heavier side of things then, because like UK garage and grime and stuff.
it could
it's-
be, it
yeah.
could be, but not. I think with these events, it's kind of just showcasing artists, and it's not really a techno gig or a hyper pop gig. It's kind of evolved into like
Just anything. Yeah.
something else.
Yep. But then there is no like drum and bass or dubstep or anything like that involved, or
The thing is though, like someone could play a drum and bass, like a drum and bass or like jungle like track or a set for
Yeah.
sure, but it doesn't make it like a jungle event.
yeah,
Does
of
that
course.
make sense?
Yeah, no, definitely.
So it's
yeah.
just
It's just a dynamic event.
yeah, it's just whoever is on the lineup, you're like, oh, they play this kind of music or similar,
Yeah.
or oh, Hannah's playing, it's gonna be something wild.
Do
And-
do they ever have any DJs that do play maybe 6 or 7 genres in their 1 hour set, or is it because like you know you
6 or
said
7 is quite a lot, but
yeah, we're just by being able to mix it in and play different things and a whole lot.
Not they usually the most I've seen in the same set would be like 2 or 3,
Yeah.
2 or 3 genres. 6 or 7 would be quite a lot. I'd be very impressed to see like a set like
Just
that.
take 'em on a
That'd
journey.
Be really fun.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun.
As long as it it's smooth and it works well, but
Yeah.
just make it fun. Though.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think they focus on like, I'm not gonna just book you because this is a techno event. It's just
Yeah.
like it's because you mix really well and have a good selection.
So then, with the DJ before you and the DJ after you at these events, do they say like, "Oh, meet me at like 132 BPM," or it's just go straight in? Or yeah, wow, okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because like whenever I've done pubs or bars and taking up after someone, I always meet them at the right BPM and then mix out of it from there. But then that's similar thing whenever they come on and they're taking over from me, then it's always like, oh, you're at 72, all right, 72, and then mix something in something similar. But then so does it kind of feel kind of a bit janky sometimes? Like if someone's at 150 or like say if you're playing Gabba. And then,
Yeah.
then someone jumps back into UK grime at like 130 or something like that.
I don't maybe. I don't know. I personally don't feel like that. Just because yeah, it's how would I describe it? Because I guess that particular DJ is on there to play that set.
Yeah. So
and
like
it kind of
6 to
starts
7.
and then ends, and
Yeah.
then like people like applaud the DJ for like playing, and then the next one starts
Yeah,
from the
okay.
beginning.
Oh wow.
Like
okay.
a different. It's like I feel like it's like just a different story each time.
That's
it's
really
not
cool.
one like
Yeah.
But if you were at the geisha set, Josh was saying how like the how they actually spent a lot of time on the time slots and where to put everyone.
Yeah.
And I literally told him because I played after Verity, who did this like beautiful ethereal like electronic set. And then I started off quite like kind of electronic and
Yeah.
and it kind of really like went from Verity to like it was a smooth transition, and I was like, that worked out really well. And I told Josh afterwards, and he was just like, thank you so much for saying that, because we actually put a lot of work into like figuring out
Yeah.
where everyone should be.
There's such a back end to running events.
But that was
honestly.
like not planned.
Yeah. It just
So
happened.
that just kind of happened.
So how many songs do you usually try to play in a set then? Like in a 1 hour set, like 20, 30?
In a 1 hour set, probably 30 or 30 to 40.
Yeah, okay. No, that's a good number, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so with each track, do you try and play like a minute to 3 minutes or something? Or because like with techno, it's very long format. So being able to jump in between, you don't feel the music as much if you're just playing just the build up to the, you know, the main segment and then just going straight out of it in a way.
Yeah. I usually play my tracks for probably like a minute to a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Like on average, sometimes I play tracks out for like 4 minutes if it's like Charlie XCX or
Yeah.
or you know, something that people can like dance and like sing along to. I think there'll always be that one track that everyone's vibing to. But yeah, around like 30 to 40 is kind of like a good medium for me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty cool then.
Yeah.
So like with the experience that you try and portray with your music and like having these sets, like how do you I had something just then. I just lost my train of thought.
That's okay.
So yeah, how do you actually kind of like, because you go for more like the dark and grungier kind of like full on, or do you ever play like lighter, or like, because there's no house, right? It's not having house and
There's
not
no house.
and like no drum bass or anything like that. There's no like liquid drum bass or like, because you know how like say with drum bass you got the lighter version which is more like melodic car driving, that kind of stuff. With the techno, do you play more of a minimal?
I play some like trance, which
Really? You play trance?
Can be euphoric in a sense and lighter.
Yeah.
If that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just hard to put it, because in a way, like the only techno I've ever heard is just heavy techno. And there is like, from what I've seen, there is no like, you know, chill. There is minimal techno in a way, but it's not like melodic. Or is there melodic techno?
See, this is where you have me. You've cornered me, because I'm still like, there's like just a lot of genres, and I'm not really great at like explaining. There definitely is, because I heard a lot of it in Berlin.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it was called.
Yeah.
But like,
but that's
once I find out, I'll tell you. Yeah, because I'm constantly digging. Yes, constantly digging.
that is what's so wild though, right? Is you have like a main genre, but then you have all these subgenres underneath it, and they just keep popping up, and there's this new things, and just like the way people have just created their music.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Have you ever thought about diving into production at all or anything?
Yes, actually. I think that's one of my other goals for this year. I do want to get into making my own music. I think it'd be silly. I think the first thing that I'll ever make will be really bad, and
No, don't say that.
no, it probably will be. I probably won't be good at it when I first start. I just have to come to terms with that.
But you never know, it could just be gold.
Yeah, it could be gold.
Yeah.
It could be gold. Yeah, I really do want to dip my toe in like music production, because I think that would just be so fun.
Have you ever heard of Lab 6 at all?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I met it's really funny actually. I met I forget his name, but Boston Switch.
Oh yes, yeah, Blake, yeah.
Blake.
Yeah.
I took one of his appointments at work.
Oh really?
Yeah. And we just had this like long chat about like DJing and stuff.
Yeah. He's been around for a long time.
Yeah,
Very cool guy.
From what he told me, I got that impression as well.
Did he tell you about his surfing at all?
No.
So I had him on here. It turns out before COVID, every year he would go over to Bali or something like that, or somewhere like some Indonesian island, right?
Yeah.
And so with that, he would surf every day. Then at night, he would just DJ, and he'd get paid. They would provide accommodation for him to just DJ at night for this pub and venue. And then every morning, he'd just get up and go for a surf.
I love that.
And that's all you do. You just teach people how to surf and DJ. And it's just like for like
incredible.
a couple of months a year, he would just go over there for the season.
That's so good.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
It's like living the dream,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. No, I've heard of Lab 6 because they do like DJing courses, but also like production as well.
Yep. Yeah, the production course apparently is really good.
Really good.
Like, really, really good. Like you can get taught by Slumberjack, you can get taught by a girl called Tina Says. Like there's actually like quite a few really, really professional producers that actually help out.
Okay.
Yeah. And it may be, I think it's a little bit expensive, but they have like plans, and I think you can do like potentially student debt for the whole like student
Yeah.
expert,
Yeah.
and it just works out really well.
Yeah, that would be really, yeah, I'll look into it because, yeah, I don't know if, yeah, I just want to take like little steps.
Yeah,
Like
it's the
just
way to
making
do it.
small, like 1 or 2 goals like every year
Yeah,
and not like overwhelm myself. Like maybe by the end of the year, I'll make like one really silly track.
well, one silly track is better than no silly
Yeah,
tracks, right?
Yeah. But yeah, that's in the works.
What type of genre would you want to apply to it? Would it be like techno or UK garage or something, or
Probably techno.
techno? Yeah,
Probably techno. Yeah.
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 just yeah.
To start, maybe I'll do
yeah.
like a techno remix of like a pop song.
That's pretty cool. Though I've never heard of hyperpop before. Yeah.
Go home, look it up. It's a
Oh,
lot.
I am home.
Go home, look it up
That's
after this.
it. Yeah.
After this,
Yeah.
it's really some people love it, some people hate it. So
Yeah.
but I think it's worth looking into though because
Because you played at the Soon party. I'm pretty sure you played a kind of hyperpop song from memory. I think it was like a pony remix or something like that. Or
that wasn't me.
That wasn't you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Yeah.
That wasn't me.
Yeah.
Pony.
It was like I think it was a hip hop track, but it was sped up, and it was like a techno remix. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not.
Oh, no. I blank out a lot during my
No, that's fair. Yeah.
what
He's just telling us that we're running out of time.
Oh, easy,
Yeah.
easy. Yeah, no, I don't think I played any hyper pop at Geisha. It was just like, oh, no,
No?
it wasn't hyper pop.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Have I sparked something though? What was the track?
I played like Better Off Alone.
Yeah, no, it might have been that.
Better
then.
Off Alone, but that was more.
But that was
I
the
felt like that was more of like Jersey Club
okay.
than it
So
was
it wasn't the original. It was a Jersey Club remix, or
the Better Off Alone.
yeah.
And it wasn't the original Better Off Alone track. I think it had like Jersey Club elements in it.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't think Jersey Club is like hyper pop though. But
What is Jersey Club? Like, I've
um,
never really heard of Jersey Club.
look it up.
Definitely, can we quickly
Look it
pull that?
Oh no, it's not this remix. I did not play this one. No.
Oh no, don't.
No,
don't pull it up on YouTube.
It's on SoundCloud. I don't think you'll find it.
No,
It's
that's
not
alright.
called like a Better Off Alone Jersey Club remix. It's called something else.
I just meant like what Jersey Club is in general. Don't worry about the remix because we probably can't play ours. We'll get copyrighted anyway. A Jersey Club called Brick City
Yeah.
Club. Soul electronic music in Newark, New Jersey, early 2000s.
Yeah, it's
DJ
like
Tamil.
yeah, it's like hip shaking, booty shaking music.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I might have to
Jersey
get
Club
some
love.
of that for the pubs.
Yeah. No, it goes off.
What BPM is it usually? Like 120, 130?
Yeah, like 130.
Yeah, okay.
130 usually. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
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 So you've got your plan of what you want to do for this year,
Mm.
and then what else? Like where can people find you, and what else have you kind of got in the pipe works for Hanarchy?
Yeah, just find me on Instagram. That's the only place that I really am and where I promote my gigs as well. Actually I have a set coming up. When I mentioned earlier, it's for Haven and Zero.
Okay.
So my friends Guillaume, Chakras, and Amir are running an event at the Bird. It's on. I'm pretty sure it's.
Can we try to pull that up? If
I
that's
think it's the 6th of April at the Bird.
On
I don't know
Saturday?
if I don't know if I should have meant. I don't think it's announced yet, but
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
I don't think it's announced yet. Sorry. But yeah, I think it's literally next week, and
Yeah.
me and Guillaume are going back to back, and it's probably going to be a very dirty heavy techno set.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah. We need to like come together and figure out what we want to play, and then but yeah, that's at the Bird next week.
Yeah, very nice.
Yes.
All right, well, I guess so we've basically run out of time, but
How long are we on for? Holy, okay.
Yeah.
That was an hour and a half?
that was an hour and a half. Time.
Oh my god.
I say this to every guest. Time flies when you're on this thing. It's
What
wild.
the hell? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
we just get carried away with chatting and hanging out
Yeah.
the whole lot, and then we're trying to push it to an hour. But the thing is like trying to do episodes where it's just an
Yeah.
hour. We just have
Oh
too
my
much fun.
God.
Yeah,
I think I blacked out again. Like I'm just like
that's me every
all the
episode. Just
time.
just chatting.
what the
Like,
heck? Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy.
but
Cool.
yeah, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you
on,
so
though.
much for having me, Alex. This has been
And I told
really
you, right?
fun.
I
Yeah.
told you, yeah. It is so much fun doing this, right?
Yeah, I'm still really nervous, but I think that went better than I expected.
Yeah. It's just a casual chat, casual hangout,
Yeah.
just having fun. So
Yeah, cute.
that's what it is.
Cute.
So thank you. And then we'll probably get you on like in a year or 2 years or something like that, and then see, your progress and all the cool fun things you've done, and
Yeah.
revisit everything
Yeah,
if you
catch
can.
up. Yeah, that should be fun.
So,
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No, it's
Yeah,
all
this
good.
has been so chill.
Yeah. I told you.
So chill.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So we will see you guys next week, and I'm pretty sure we've got JD and Haley, I think her name is, and they actually run a magazine where they go out and they do journalism for this magazine that Haley created, but it's for like poetry and spoken word things and like jazz
That's
and
sick.
yeah, like little minimalistic kind of like bands and all really, really cool like chill stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be a lot of fun
Okay.
and get to dive into all that.
Yeah.
So-
No, I'm like happy to hear that you have like quite a variety on like your shows as
Yeah.
well. So
But that's it. Like it's the way to do it, because we originally, when we first started, it was just nightclub DJs, and it's like, but arts, culture, entertainment, music,
Yeah.
nightlife, anything. So like I've had an opera singer on as well.
Sun.
Yeah.
We love.
Yeah, she was amazing
Yeah.
to talk to. So cool. We've had a guy. Do you remember? Nevermind, Small Club.
Yes.
Yep, we
yes.
had Ace on. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, who actually ran the place, who
Yeah.
owned the place. So
Yeah.
talking about how he's like, I think he was 33 now. He owns a nightclub at that age. So
That's wild.
yeah, just we've had so many guests on, and every episode has been just amazing.
And this is number
147.
147.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've been going for a while.
Okay, chill.
Yeah.
Chill.
But thank you so much, and then we will see you guys next week. So catch you guys soon. Bye. All right.
Oh my god.